Hi, welcome everyone. It's me, Lori from Inner Goddess Tarot. So today I'm going to continue my exploration of some of the decks in my own personal collection. And last time I did the Tarot of Prague, but that was the #1 pick. But following that, the most popular demand was for the Witch's Tarot. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it, show you some images, and let you know what I think. That being said, I'm going to, spoiler alert, I love this deck too. But anyway, so here we go. So the Witch's Tarot was created by Ellen Dugan and illustrated by Mark Evans. And when you buy the set, it comes in this beautiful cardboard box with the card, the image of the moon card, I believe it is, on the box there. So it's a sturdy box with the deck in there, and it comes with a substantial companion book as well, with the gorgeous High Priestess image on the front there. So I found the companion book really useful. It's well written, easy to digest and follow. It includes card meanings as well as some advice on how to conduct a reading, a couple of spread ideas, and one unusual aspect that I liked is that they included some ways to use the cards with meditation and also in spell casting. So that's a little bit of an extra bonus that you might not get with another kind of deck. So I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. The Witch's Tarot is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith symbolism, the Rider-Waite-Smith structure, but they've taken out any kind of Christian imagery, and each card is rich in pagan symbolism. So in the book, the writers encourage you to use your knowledge of the Rider-Waite-Smith, that you can pick up this deck and read it easily, but also to read the companion book because there are elements of the cards that are more from the magical side, the magical symbols. So if you're not familiar with that, that may be lost on you. So I did find it useful to refer to some of the cards in the book and see what I might be missing. So for example, I'm going to show you one card that struck me there. So when we look at this, we have the Four of Swords here. I'm going to show, well, first of all, I'll show you the back. Just gorgeous with the triple goddess symbol on it, really beautiful. And then this gives you an idea of what some of the artwork looks like. So you can see here's the Four of Swords. It's different than the traditional Rider-Waite one, but still carries the same, a lot of the same basic imagery. But this woman, you can see in the picture, she's carrying some sticks in her hand. They're actually pussy willows. And so according to the book, the meaning of pussy willows is something that's healing. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, recovery from illness, a reminder to rest. So that carries the same meaning as a Rider-Waite-Smith, but you might not know that if you weren't aware of that aspect. And also the woman is wearing amethysts, which promote restful sleep and healing as well. So those little tidbits, that's something interesting that you can get from the book. Okay, and I'm going on too long here. I'm just going to show you some of the differences that I liked in this deck, in this beautiful deck. So one of the cards I find inspirational in any deck is often the Nine of Wands, but take a look at this one. Isn't this gorgeous? So this deck is very female friendly. I'd say female centered. There's a lot of male imagery to balance it, but the female images to me are the most striking. So here we have the Nine of Wands. So rather than that sort of injured defensive figure that we see on the Rider-Waite-Smith, here we have a fierce warrior who's ready. She's saying bring it on. She's ready for whatever's coming, with that beautiful sun coming up in the background. So I really love that particular image as well. And some of the other differences, I believe it's 2 of the page cards, not all 4, but 2 of the page cards are depicted as female. So we have here a lovely image of the Page of Pentacles. So you can see. So here we integrate some female figures as well into an area that was traditionally shown as a young male. What else can I show you here? Okay. So a couple of changes. There's a few changes in the Major Arcana that I won't get into, but I will show you a couple of really striking ones. Instead of the Devil card, we have the Shadow side. So you can see this gives an idea of what happens when we give into that darker side of ourselves, that shadow side of ourselves. It's a really frightening card. Very different from the Rider-Waite-Smith image, but still carries the same feeling. And then instead of judgment, we have karma. So it's a family or a group of people that are watching an eclipse and marveling the power of the divine in our daily life. And so it is also a very different image, and renaming the card also has some different connotations, but I find it to be very, very powerful and still really resonates with what we see in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, and one last one I'll show you. I really like this one, the Four of Cups as well. So you can see instead of a hand offering a cup out of a cloud like we see in the Rider-Waite-Smith, here we have a young boy, and there's a beautiful mermaid who's come out of the water here, an water elemental, and he is not seeing it. So this gives me the feeling like, you know, it's a beautiful day. He's got all these options in front of him, magic around him, but he's not seeing it, or he's making a conscious decision not to see it or not to accept whatever she's offering. So again, similar feeling, but what a magical image. It's really beautiful. Yeah, so I hope you can see that. And as I said, the card backs are stunning as well. And of course, you would be able to tell if it was reversed, just so for a note there when it's face down. All in all, I really adore this deck. It's very beautiful. It's easy to work with. The images are quite, what can I say, they're not stylized at all. They're quite realistic, almost photographic looking or computer generated looking, bordering on that, but they still retain a softness and a humanity that I find really pleasing in the images. The only thing I would say is, on a very practical note, the cardstock is a little bit flimsy. So I wouldn't use these cards probably for an event where a lot of people would be shuffling them and using them, because I think I would be concerned that they would get bent or damaged. Which is a shame, because it's such a gorgeous deck. It would have been nice if they used a little bit more of a sturdy cardstock. So, okay, that being said, I encourage you to add this deck to your collection if you're looking for something with all the elements of the Rider-Waite-Smith, but you want to avoid that sort of religious or Christian imagery that we find in those cards. So please let me know if there's another deck that you'd like me to take a sneak peek at for you. I had suggested a few in my previous videos, so if you want to take a look at that and let me know. Or feel free in the comments below just to say a deck that you might want to see a sneak peek at. If I have it in my collection, I'll do it. If I don't have it in my collection, it might give me a good excuse to go out and buy a new deck, another deck. So again, thanks for listening. Please visit my website at innergoddesstarot.com and sign up for my newsletter to get all kinds of interesting tarot news, stories, book and deck reviews, and also I'm coming up with some really good promotions for readings, email, Skype, in-person readings next month, so you don't want to miss that. Thanks for listening. Bye.